Welcome to Conversations with Kay, celebrating you and your dreams in Dubai. I am your host Kay, Kashish Bhatia Garg, and together we will be celebrating not only your journey but also the vibrant spirit of Dubai. Hi, everybody, I'm Kashish, and here we are celebrating our first anniversary, which will never be complete without celebrating an empowering, inspiring, and a unique female, Anamika Arun. She has been in Dubai since last 12 years, and her journey is one of incredible journeys, which includes simplicity, persistence, power, and she comes from an advertising and marketing background, and she took a break and a sabbatical for 10 years, but it's been 5 years she's back in the industry with a double bang, and her brand is Brand Tribe. We will know about that tribe and the brand from her, and what's the vision behind the Brand Tribe. So thank you, Anamika, for being on here and celebrating with us, and we are celebrating you today.
Thank you so much, Kashish, for having me over, and congratulations on your anniversary.
Thank you.
It's a privilege to be part of your story and your journey. So, yes, it's been an incredible journey for me. When you asked about sabbatical, then I remembered, yeah, was I ever on sabbatical? Because motherhood, I was doing blogging, baking, photography, whatnot.
And that too not like a hobby.
Exactly.
Taking at a top excellence level. It was not just a mere hobby for you. So it would be really wrong to tell that it was a sabbatical for you, because you learn and unlearn so much to
True.
be here where you are.
True. So wherever I am right now, that would have been incomplete without that part.
Correct.
So I really I request everybody, especially the females, that whenever you are taking a break, whether it's career break, then don't go into hiding, don't go into isolation. Keep your creative juices flowing, keep your mental stimulation going, because that's something that will give you a lot of hope, that will give you a lot of peace, that will give you a purpose. I see a lot of women, especially in the UAE, where they have come tagging along with their husbands and leaving their dreams aside.
Yeah.
It's fine if you're taking care of your family, but don't forget yourself.
So important.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you are doing, celebrating womanhood.
Yeah.
And I would say to celebrate womanhood, they should celebrate themselves first.
Yeah. I think everything starts from within you and from your own self. Like when you start reflecting on yourself, I think everything around you changes.
True.
But in most of the time, we go reverse with that has to change, my situation has to change, my family has to change, which never works.
And true, honestly, every small change matters at that point of time. When I was doing blogging, it was for the fun of it, or when I was baking or photography, anything I was doing, this was for the fun of it. But every small thing that I did add on to my experience or to my network. I mean, if I was not blogging, I would not have been a guest from the Qatar government.
Yeah.
So those are the things that you never know where the path leads.
Yeah.
So keep doing your small things, keep to working on it, and if nothing else, you are happy, and that's most important as a family person, that you have to be happy first within.
True. Like I remember, I was watching. I think it was in the book where Steve Jobs mentioned about how when he was a kid he learned calligraphy.
Yeah.
And how that actually helped when he was actually developing math. So I wonder your blogging or baking and photography is going to be like, what bigger invention or innovation in the world will bring that?
True, honestly. And even if not, at least it brings a smile to my face.
Yeah.
And that's most important for my family and people around me, because you cannot operate from a cup half full, right?
Correct. So what is that one word or one line which defines you?
One word. Actually, the word is simplicity. It might sound a very, very basic word, not at all frills attached to a fancy word, but that's what it is. I am basically a very simple person, and I've kept my life simple, and that helps me. So I don't think we need to think of ourselves in fancy words. Yes, ikigai sounds nice, but purpose also sounds nice. So simplicity is fine, especially in this day and age where there's so much of social media stimulation, where there's so much of pressure to be somebody else. Just choose yourself, whatever that defines you.
Wow. Like the way you said about simplicity and being yourself, like I think that's more like an individuality. So it's about embracing yourself with the simple thing. Like, what does simple really means to you?
For me, simple means keeping it frills free. If I like to spend time with myself, I will do that. So basically, keeping my mind clutter free, space clutter free, and life clutter free without giving into the pressures of the outside world. Because I feel that Dubai is a very glamorous city, or the world is generally a very glamorous city, which is perfectly fine. But if I am simple, then I don't need to change myself to define that.
Wow.
So for me, that word means choosing who you are.
Yeah.
If glamorous, if creative, if something else,
Yeah.
just know yourself. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think without knowing yourself, I think it's like a journey where you're going, but you don't know where you're going. So
Exactly.
it's so important. And like, you have a business in Dubai, which is all about advertising and marketing and sometimes maybe not showing what you truly are.
Yeah.
And as you even mentioned, Dubai is all about glamour. What is that one thing which keeps you rooted to coming back to you?
Uh, that's what clarity of thought, basically. So if for me, my family is my top priority at this point of time, then I will choose that. If my business is my top priority, I'll choose that. If my friends are the top priority, I'll choose that. So knowing your priorities, I guess, helps. And for that, one needs clarity of thought. And then that one can do only when you declutter yourself from the surrounding sound. Because the sound is buzzing, sound is demanding, and you will feel like giving in, which is fine, because that's also an aspect of fun. That's also an aspect that you need to enjoy. But don't get lost. So I think that helped, because from childhood I have been that kid who was kind of knowing where one is heading. So having my priorities set has helped me, and that's something I come back to. And then, of course, my family, because that's what it means to me. Everything revolves around them. My kids, my husband, my family, my parents. And that's about it. It's very, very simple in my life.
Wow.
Yeah, there are no complications.
Is there any ritual or is there any practice which you do it on your everyday routine which you helps with you that which helps you really?
Yes, definitely. Spending some time with myself is definitely a requirement. I mean, it's a time blocking where I guess even my priority, which is my family and my kids, are not allowed. So at least 30 minutes I like to spend with myself. And it could be reading, it could be writing, it could be walking. But I basically spending my thoughts, thinking about them, it helps. It's not a conscious time that I have to do it, but it happens every single day. And I realize that the more and more I network and meet people, the more and more time I need to spend with myself to regenerate my thoughts, because it can get a bit daunting, especially if I would like to believe I'm an introvert. So it's, and as I said, that you were also feeling at that times, that we need to keep spending our time with ourselves. That's very important.
So the mantra is give yourself 30 minutes to come back for 30 hours.
Yes, truly said. And that could also be like watching a movie or something else that you really enjoy, that just spend that time.
Wow. And you were mentioning about the family, but I know on the side note, when we were having a conversation, uh, for you, your business and people working with you is also family.
True.
So in today's world where we talk about power, and yes, it is about empowerment, but it's like going back to your roots where, I've seen my great grandfathers and all of that. For them, their team is their family.
True.
And I remember when I had my store back in India and I had like 30, 40 people working, they were like my family. And in today's world, people see that as a challenge.
Sure.
How has that been for you?
Well, to coming back to it, the name itself that I chose for the company, the brand Tribe, had the word tribe for a reason, because we really felt, at least that's my belief, that your team is your people, your family. It's your tribe, and not just team, but my clients also. It's a ecosystem that we create of supporting each other. That's the core objective or the vision that we had when we created this name and this brand. And that's something
Were you aware of that you were you always had that one big vision to create your tribe?
Yes,
Okay.
that was the vision of the starting point, even without a single client or maybe even without a single team member.
Yeah.
The name
Yeah.
preceded that. But
Because yeah, you
sometimes you,
mentioned sorry to cut you, but then you mentioned about like you started with freelancing, which
yeah,
was not about that big team and all of that, and
of
now
course.
you have like a team and office in Dubai, so it has like really, really grown and expanded.
True. So yes, because I had taken a sabbatical for a long time, then I wanted to, get back slowly and steadily, and I started as a freelance consultant, and then it grew from there, and then the team happened. But it was always with the ideology of a tribe or an ecosystem of supporting.
Yeah.
That's why I really feel that my team is an extended family for me. And I would not like to believe that, being a boss or power is all about just commanding. You have to lead the way, you have
Yeah.
to show the way.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could be with firmness, sometimes it could be with love, sometimes it could be with care. So I am blessed to have the best team who treat me also like a family.
Wow.
Where they share not just their personal challenges but professional as well.
Yeah.
And I try my best to support them in ways that I can. And I guess that's very, very important for me, because end of the day, if I am not able to help and support them, then the whole purpose is defeated.
Correct. Correct.
So that's what we are leading to create this value system and take it forward, even if, as and when, we are going forward. That's something that
Wow.
I want to take it.
So, what had been your biggest challenge? Like, you mentioned that, you were always doing something which was mentally stimulating you
Yeah.
and keeping you engaged.
Right.
It was not that only, your time was only spent with the family, but you gave yourself also the priority because
Yeah.
that's something reflecting on you and which has brought you where you are here
True.
right now. But there would be some challenge, like there would be a lot of females like that, which would be transiting from one country to the other, uh, maybe giving up their job or giving up their business. And what would be that one tip or that one thing which you would like to tell to people?
I guess some of the challenges are common for people and especially women who transition, but some challenges are unique industry wise or the individual journey wise. For me, one professional challenge that I had was that the time had transitioned from the advertising world that where we were working initially and where I learned. To the modern day and age. So, digital marketing has evolved in the last few years. Social media has evolved in the last few years. It was
Yeah.
never there 15 years back
Correct.
or 10 years back, so much so aggressively so. So, learning the dynamics of this evolving landscape of the marketing was a challenge because, you have to learn on the go.
Yeah, but then this is about the
Professional.
people who are
Yeah,
going through
exactly.
this. What would be for that?
Yeah. So the most important thing to do is to always be on the learning curve.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
cannot stop learning at any given point of time, and this is common for all industries. That know-it-all mindset doesn't work.
Yeah.
So that's something that I want to emphasize upon. And secondly, also you have to have belief in yourself.
True.
It's going to be probably the journey is going to be long. It's not immediate that the
Yeah.
transition can happen from where you were or wherever you want to be, especially if you're changing country and things like that. But it happens. It happens slowly and steadily. Just keep on to it. If you will not believe in yourself, then nobody else can.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's
So true. Like, I remember like back in like 30, 40 years or even 20 years back, like, it was like, okay, you study and
Yeah.
then you make your career, you get married and
Yeah,
like, it was
yeah,
like
the
very
checklist.
checklist. But I think in today's time and with so much of rapid growth and transformation and innovations happening, I think the most important thing is learning and unlearning and
Yeah,
learning.
true.
If you even keep doing the same thing for good 2 years, you will be out of the market and you will not even realize
True,
that.
true,
So
true.
that's so important.
Definitely, and as I see that what I'm wearing today is something probably you might not have made 5 years back or 10 years back.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
so every industry requires that creative edge, that new innovation, and more so with the way dynamics of the market is changing.
Yeah.
You have to be ahead of the
Of time,
curve.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what.
absolutely. And who better than you from a market industry would know about that?
Thank you so much, and I have to say that I love the collection.
Thank you.
It has elegance, and it has that corporate power, which I loved, and most importantly, the vision that you have for sustainability is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Coming to that, like you are based in Dubai from last
12
12
years, yeah.
years, and this is now your home, but you were not born and brought up in Dubai.
Right.
What does word Dubai means to you?
It was not home, but right now it is home.
Correct.
So home is the first word that I associate with, and secondly, it's a place of opportunities.
Yeah.
It's a place which takes you in. It's a very inclusive place.
Yeah.
One of the very few places in the country that I would say has so much of inclusivity, and especially because of one of the factors is the safety that it provides.
Yeah.
You immediately feel it like home because you know that it is safe for you, for your family, and
Yeah.
everybody. And because it is so modern, modern and at the same time progressive.
Correct.
So that gives you the sense of opportunities for everybody. So everybody who's coming, and you know how many people are coming more and more and more.
Yeah.
Why so? Because they know that it is a safe place, it is a place of opportunities, and it's inclusive for all cultures.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure that the dynamic that we see in Dubai
is
is
very different.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. From Diwali to Christmas to Eid, we are celebrating everything.
Everything.
Yeah. So that makes it really special.
Wow. Like one thing which has been different with you or even with your business because of Dubai, had it been like India or any other place, would have been different. But what is that one pillar which Dubai provided you?
Opportunities.
Yeah.
Dubai definitely opens up the opportunities for you, even if you're a small business owner, even if you take a break, if you are able to add value,
Yeah.
it accepts you. It accepts you with open arms.
Yeah.
And because it's a young country, dynamic country, the network of people also have that openness about them.
Correct.
So they are there to support each other.
Yeah.
Like you're supporting our vision, our business, and we would love to support your business.
Absolutely.
That comes naturally to all of us because I guess most of the people have a similar story.
And everybody's building a tribe.
Exactly. So it's a tribe end of the day. So that's very different.
Wow. This is so amazing having a conversation with you about explorations and journeys. And I just feel when women come together and make a tribe and support each other, I think your speed goes not double, but I think 100 times more.
Definitely.
Which rather than pulling that weight of creating what you would like to create, is if you're alone, it is not going to be as easy, as fun, or as adventurous, when you're doing by yourself. And I think when people come together, I truly believe when people come together, they just make a different change.
True.
So
honestly, so because I feel that the women are the biggest cheerleaders of their of the tribe and the community.
Yeah.
Because not just professionally, they understand the journeys on a personal level also.
Absolutely.
So the connection is really deep.
Yeah.
Rather than just a business transaction. It's
Yeah.
not a transaction. It's really a relationship building.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. And I guess I also like to support women in my team as well.
Yeah.
And women business owners, when they are starting their journey, they need marketing support. That's the least that I can do. But on a general level, it's great to see any young dynamic woman like you, striving and pursuing excellence, because that's what we want to see.
Wow. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
all
so
your
much.
words, and thank you so much for being with us and celebrating with us. And we are celebrating you. So thank you for always empowering, building your tribe, and inspiring every woman who touches your life. So thank you so much for doing an incredible job you're doing.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.